Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news when it comes to the Cleveland Browns and their quarterback situation. History hasn't exactly been kind to us. It's a story of potential, missed opportunities, and sometimes questionable decisions that have haunted the franchise for years. And honestly, it's tough to ignore the pattern. How the Browns have struggled to find that franchise quarterback who can elevate the team to true Super Bowl contender status. Sure, we've had moments, but consistency has been elusive. Over the past few years, the Browns have been through a roller coaster of quarterbacks, some promising, some not so much. And the results have reflected in the standings, in playoff appearances, and in our collective hope as fans. Take Baker Mayfield, for instance. Many of us saw flashes of greatness in Baker, a guy who fought tooth and nail every single game, embodying that gritty Browns spirit we all love. But despite his talent and leadership, the organization eventually made the tough call to move on from him. It was a decision driven by a mix of inconsistency and a desire for a more stable, high-caliber quarterback, an effort to finally break that cycle of mediocrity at the position. Yet even after moving Mayfield out, the Browns have struggled to fill that gap with a long-term solution. Enter Deshaun Watson, a player who on paper looked like the answer. When Cleveland acquired him, it felt like a game-changer, a star QB who could bring us back to the playoffs and beyond. But as many of you know, Watson's journey with the Browns hasn't been smooth sailing. Injuries, personal issues, and some inconsistent play on the field have cast doubt on whether he's the franchise quarterback we desperately need. Despite all that, Watson remains an elite talent when healthy, and his potential to be a top-tier QB in the NFL still exists. The question is, can he stay healthy? Can he get back to the form that made him one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks? Because right now, the Browns are in a tricky spot, trying to navigate through injuries and uncertainty, while also trying to evaluate the next steps in their quarterback development. Adding to the complexity, the Browns have now made a move that's raising eyebrows across the league. With Joe Flacco heading to the Cincinnati Bengals and showcasing some impressive passing, it's clear that Cleveland's current quarterback situation is anything but settled. Flacco has that veteran savvy, and even at his age, he's able to step in and perform at a level that keeps the Browns competitive. But the real question is, what's the plan for the future? Because right now, it's Dillon Gabriel under center, and many Browns fans are left wondering if that's the right choice heading into the crucial stretch of the season. Gabriel, who was drafted higher than Shedeur Sanders, has been given the opportunity to lead the offense. And honestly, it's not surprising. Kevin Stefanski, our head coach, tends to favor players he's seen develop in practice and training camp. Gabriel has been that guy, the team's choice for now, but the debate is raging. Should it be him, or should we give Shedeur Sanders a shot? Many respected voices outside of Cleveland, including ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr., are voicing strong opinions about this. Kiper, who's known for his talent evaluations, made a pretty bold statement about how organizations can sometimes ruin quarterbacks by not giving them the proper support or opportunities. Kiper pointed out that the Browns have a history of mishandling quarterbacks, citing Baker Mayfield as an example. He also threw in Gabriel, who was Stefanski's guy, and expressed skepticism about organizations that stick with a certain player regardless of how they perform. According to Kiper, the Browns might be missing out on a potential star in Shedeur Sanders, who, despite some struggles in the preseason, has all the tools to be a serious contender at the next level. Sanders' ability to be a dynamic playmaker is evident, and with more development, he could be the future for Cleveland. But of course, that's all on the coaching staff and decision-makers. Only they see what's happening behind closed doors every day. The current debate hinges on whether the Browns should stick with Gabriel, who's been inconsistent at times, or take a chance on Sanders, a young quarterback with a high ceiling but still raw at this stage. It's a tough call. On one hand, Gabriel has been thrown into the fire, and he's shown flashes of promise. On the other, Sanders has that potential that, if nurtured properly, could turn him into a franchise guy. The preseason gave us a glimpse. He was decent at times, but also struggled in the final game. Yet the real test will be how he performs in live action, in real NFL games against top defenses. It's worth noting that the Browns' coaching staff is watching him closely, and only they can truly judge whether he's ready for prime time. This situation is especially critical because the Browns are in a position to make a deep playoff run if everything clicks. Their defense has been playing at a high level, and the offense, when clicking, has shown it can be explosive. But the quarterback position remains the biggest question mark. It's what could make or break their chances of returning to the postseason and making some noise once they get there. Cleveland fans are known for their resilience and passion, and we all want to see the team succeed, especially at the most important position on the field. The next few weeks could be pivotal. Will the Browns stick with Gabriel, hoping he improves under pressure, or will they give Sanders a real shot to prove himself and possibly take the reins? This is a storyline that's unfolding right before our eyes, and it's one that will have lasting implications for the franchise. The NFL is a league where the quarterback can make all the difference, and Cleveland is no stranger to that reality. We've been searching for that guy for years, and every decision, every game, feels like a step closer or further away from that elusive goal. The Browns' front office is under pressure to get it right, and we, as fans, are right there with them, hoping, believing, and waiting for that breakthrough moment. A lot of fans are understandably frustrated, but at the same time, we remain hopeful. That's what being a Browns supporter is all about, believing in the team, even in the toughest times. We've seen flashes of greatness, and we've also seen what happens when things don't go our way. The hope now is that the coaching staff makes the right call, whether that's sticking with Gabriel for now or giving Sanders a chance to see if he can be the future. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing: a Super Bowl parade down Lakeside, a team that's built to last, and a quarterback who can lead us there. As we look ahead, there's also the broader picture: how this decision impacts the Browns' draft plans, their roster composition, and the kind of team they want to build around the quarterback spot. The NFL is a league of adjustments, and Cleveland is no stranger to making bold moves when needed. The organization has proven it's willing to take risks, and right now, that risk might be deciding whether to stick with the known quantity or gamble on the raw potential of Sanders. It's a decision that could define a season, and ultimately, the trajectory of the franchise for years to come. What's clear is that the Browns are at a crossroads. We're all watching closely, waiting for that moment when everything clicks into place. Whether it's Gabriel stepping up or Sanders emerging as the new face of Cleveland football, one thing is for sure: our passion as Browns fans remains unshaken. We've been through a lot, but our love for this team is unwavering. Every game, every play, every decision is part of the journey toward that elusive Super Bowl victory we've been dreaming of for generations. And no matter what, we'll be right here, cheering loud, supporting our guys, and hoping for the best. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this whole quarterback situation? Do you believe Gabriel can turn things around and lead us deep into the playoffs? Or do you think it's time to give Sanders that shot and see if he can be the franchise guy we've been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion means a lot to us and to the Browns. We're all in this together and your voice matters. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Let's keep that passion alive and let's keep dreaming of that Super Bowl victory, Browns fans. We got this.